Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce. Investment management for your lifetime. Brought to you by Akron Children's Hospital and Bryant Heating and Cooling. And now your host, Joe Dunn.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Zips Basketball Weekly with head coach John Groce, brought to you all season long by the Wentz Financial Group. Well, if you're a Zip fan, hope you got your dancing shoes because we are going dancing, Coach, and we've got everything here on set. I know you've got dancing shoes because I saw you dance on the bus coming back from Athens. I know you got some dancing shoes.
You did that, unfortunately, didn't you?
I did.
You tried to get me to dance after the championship game, and I wasn't very good there either. I know you're surprised. I'm not really good with rhythm. My wife and my kids are much better than I am when it comes to rhythm.
Coach, you have been here before, and I say this, you got to savor this because you never know when you're going to get back.
You don't, and I've said that to everybody, and I mean everybody. It takes a village to do this, Joe, including yourself and Dave, our crew that puts on the show, administrators, support staff, coaches, GAs, marketing, media relations, ticket off. I mean, everybody. I mean, I could go on, and I'm leaving out people. Strength and conditioning, nutrition. We talked about it after the game. Yeah. And just so many people involved that I'm so happy for, but none more so than our players.
I'll tell you what, Coach.
Get a chance to experience March Madness and how special it is.
It was fun. Right now, we're going to show you highlights for all three games, beginning with Buffalo Thursday afternoon up in Cleveland. Coach, it was a early afternoon game. I think it kicked off at about 1:30, and you guys were ready to go.
We were. I always feel like in conference tournaments and the ones that we've won previously, Joe, the first game is always the hardest. It gives you momentum, obviously, and then you've played on that court. You get some confidence. But I thought we played really well for the bulk of the game. In the first half, they pounded us on the glass. Second half, we pounded them on the glass. First half, we took care of the ball. Second half, we had a lot of turnovers. And so because of that, it was a fairly even game. We weren't complete in terms of the entirety of the game. When it came to the turnover and the rebounding, it was kind of half and half. Turned into a competitive game. Obviously, we made a ton of plays. You see several of them here. Thought we got contributions from a lot of guys. Obviously, we'll talk more, but we had 3 all-tournament players. Those guys stepped up, as did others, throughout the course of the tournament. But I thought that Castaneda was big for us in the Buffalo game. And then, obviously, GT finished it off with 2 big-time free throws.
Coach, I think the theme all 3 games, you guys just played great defense, and you've faced 3 of the best guards in the Mid-American Conference. Ronaldo Segou from Buffalo, Ryan Rollins from Toledo, Sincere Carey from Kent. And you didn't let any of those guys have a career night.
Well, that's a big key, right? You want to try to get other guys to beat you other than their primary players, their best offensive players. That was a big shot there, Joe. Tied it up right at the half. And I felt like, man, I can't believe we're tied. We're -9 rebounding. And so I thought X's playing that first half against Buffalo was terrific and kept us within striking distance.
But, I agree, Coach. That was one of the biggest shots of the tournament, that 3 at the buzzer.
Big shot. But, yeah, no, it was a tremendous challenge, obviously, in Game 1. And of course, BD didn't tell me till afterwards, but or later, that they had kind of been our nemesis, not only during our tenure, but even before.
You're right.
Was in some MAC tournament play. So it was good to knock them out. Hard task, but our guys got it done in the quarterfinal round.
Ali, I think with back-to-back threes, we're still down 4, Coach, 43-39. We got 15-52 left in the game. But then in the next 4.5 minutes, the Zips come back to lead by 8, 53-45.
Yeah, and we had a moment there where I thought, man, if we can just stretch this out and get ahead of double figures or above double figures, then we'll be in business and be ready to close. But give Buffalo credit. They have Segou and Bala and Williams that are all conference players. Obviously, Segou and Williams in particular, they've been there longer than Mbala, but all 3 of them have done a ton of winning, in particular Segou and Williams, on a national level and conference level. So, they are winners. And I had a chance to talk to those guys after the game. I have great respect for their players, coach, and their team. But we stepped up and made plays. I thought Dawson's 3 you see there was huge and very timely. And then Freeman the entire tournament in terms of motor and activity and energy level on the backboard was terrific.
That three by Dawson, Coach, came after a nice block shot by Michael Wynn, who I thought came off the bench and gave you quality minutes all 3 games.
No question about it. We don't win the tournament without his play, Clark's play. Bandego didn't play quite as much in the tournament, but even his minutes that he played were impactful, as we went with a 7 to 8 man rotation throughout the 3 games. And I just thought we got contributions from everybody. But you're right. Michael Wynn improved a ton as the year went on. It really started with his mindset. And, really happy for him because he battled through some adversity. He had to earn it and made some big plays for us in the conference tournament.
Exactly. We saw the Zips up by 10 earlier. Then, unfortunately, Enrique Freeman picks up his 4th foul. Still have almost 8 minutes left in the game when he picks up number 4.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, too, because I was talking about how we couldn't get above that 8-point lead, Joe, to kind of get some distance. Certainly a big part of that was of all 3 games, we have to obviously manage the foul trouble with Enrique a little bit in the Toledo game, but none more so than this Buffalo game. And you're right. And so that affected it. Certainly, you see me talking to Williams there, just telling him how much respect I have for him and their program.
I don't know about you, Coach. I was holding my breath on that last shot by Sugu because March Madness is just filled with examples of a guy hitting a shot just like that.
And it's crazy. If it goes in, we're going home.
Yeah.
We don't have this stuff behind us.
Exactly.
And the trophy in front of us here that you see today. It's just small margin for error. But, thank goodness he missed it. Obviously, Garvin, I would have liked for him to challenge it a little bit more. Yeah. But he didn't want to foul.
Exactly.
And I understand that, too. Yeah. So, fortunately, it didn't go in, and we were able to prevail.
Yep. Zips win it, 70-68. Going to take a break. Come back and take a look at game number 2 up in Cleveland against the Toledo Rockets. We're right back after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client's situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
This is my back before surgery, and then this was it after. These things are in my back right now, helping keep it straight so I get to go back to dance with my friends.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, Chloe. From my perspective, there is nothing that I wouldn't let you do. Really, all the credit for how well you're doing is just you and how hard you've worked to get back to where you are. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Basketball Weekly as we are celebrating a tournament championship. 3 straight wins up at Cleveland. We're on the way to the big dance, ready to review that big game on Friday, the 5:30 game against the number 1 seed, the Toledo Rockets. And, Coach, you never trailed in that game.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
I thought, Joe, after the game was over, I thought it was maybe the best game we've played all year, start to finish.
Yeah.
Really a complete game, offensively, defensively. Obviously, in the first half, at the end of the first half, I was hoping we could get that thing, from 15 to 20 instead of going from 15 down to 10. Give Toledo credit. They're a good team. They made a little bit of a run there to make it a 10-point game. And then they took a few shots at us in the second half, but we always absorbed them. Seemed like we made a big play after each one of those.
I'll tell you what, Coach, you're talking about that statistic. One of the Toledo broadcasters came over to us at halftime and said, that had to be the best game you guys played all season, best half. And I said, nah, we can play better than that. So they didn't know what to think after that, Coach. I'll tell you what, Xavier Castaneda, Coach, he was on fire.
Really was, and really it looked like his first half Buffalo performance, right? We had like 15 against Buffalo in the first half, except this time he had it going, man, in both halves and made big shots. There you see Dawson making a big shot. Right now, offensively, our guys really understand what are good shots for each of their teammates. We're working really hard and diligently to get each guy's shots in their wheelhouse, and they've really embraced the concept of it's our shot.
Exactly.
Let's see if we can get a great shot on this possession and try to score one for the Zips. And so right now they're super unselfish, very connected offensively, and then defensively I thought we were lights out, really, Joe, in all 3 games, including this one that we're watching.
I'll tell you, you went up 8, Coach, 26-18. Castaneda again a 3-pointer. Garvin Clark gets a hustle rebound, a dish to Freeman for 2 more, which I thought was big.
Garvin was big. We already talked about Mike Wynn, right?
Yeah.
And the minutes he gave us throughout the course of the tournament, Garvin was huge. I thought he played great. In particular, in the Buffalo game and in the championship game against Kent State. But, yeah, his minutes were really valuable for us.
Up by 10 at halftime, Coach, 38-28. But, boy, as good as Toledo is, you knew they were going to make a run at you, and they did it early in the second half.
They did, and very similar, honestly, to how the championship game, which we'll get to here in a second, was played. Yeah. They made a run right out of halftime. But our guys, man, they just don't flinch. Great poise, great composure. They never feel like they're out of a game. They just kind of play it one possession at a time. You see a big time. That's a high level.
There was Ali.
That was a high-level move there.
Yeah, that turnaround jump shot is almost
like
unblockable.
Your back in the day, Joe, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Zips up 4, 48-44. They're hanging on right now as Toledo keeps making these mini runs at people. And then again up 53-49, Ali with that fadeaway shot we saw. And you finally go up 8 on back-to-back three-pointers by Castaneda. But you just keep hanging on till the end.
No question, and just kept playing one possession at a time. We kept talking about not getting caught up in all the distractions and all the noise, no matter what it was, and just stay the course and play one possession at a time. And the guys really embraced that. I thought a big key to our success, Joe, not only in this Toledo game, but really in all 3 games, was our guys honoring the process of preparing to win. Yeah. We talk all the time about preparation trumps pressure. That allows you to go out and be mentally focused and physically loose and let her rip. And I thought our guys did that, did a lot of great work with their preparation.
There's Ali again with that fadeaway jump shot, hits that one for 2, and out of bounds play. Going to hit 2 right here again, Coach. I think that's Castaneda out of the corner.
Yeah, on the inbound play. Great screen set there for Castaneda. And that's just a big-time shot. Player making a play, kid's a winner. And we've known that for a long time. But, yeah, he makes a lot of winning plays. X impacts winning at both ends of the floor.
He had 26 points, Coach, but you also had 3 other players in double figures, and that was the theme for the entire 3 days, balanced scoring all 3 games.
Yeah, different type of team, right, than the past 2 years, Joe. We've talked about that prior. We really can hit you from about everybody and are a lot more balanced, and I think that's made us more difficult to defend in terms of defending our team.
That's one of the biggest shots of the tournament right there, Coach. You brought the ball around, good rotation. You found Dawson open, and he nailed the 3. Get us up by 7.
Yeah, that was a big shot. Gave us some distance there. They trapped the post on the right side facing the basket. We were able to get it out, get it to the backside, and their rotation was a little bit late. We recognize that, and Mike Dawson makes a big shot.
Exactly. The Zips win that one 70-62, setting up the dream matchup in the Mid-American Conference Final. Akron against Kent State. We're going to come back and talk about that one right after this timeout.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes Choice Air HVAC. Find them at choiceairwithane.com.
Here at the University of Akron,
we rise.
In more than 200 in-demand degree programs, from associate to PhD. In the moments before launch and every second after liftoff.
We partner with professors in small classes and out in the world.
Together as leaders in our fields.
We lift each other up.
Just steps away from career-building internships, co-ops, and clinicals.
Because we are Akron.
In here, everyone rises.
Well, what an atmosphere up in Cleveland on Saturday night, the Mid-American Conference Tournament Championship game. The Zips against Kent State, and Coach, unbelievable atmosphere. Great Zip fans up there. They were with you the entire game.
Unreal. I mean, I've been in a lot of these conference tournaments, and that was as good a crowd and as active both ways that I've been around, right up there in my career. So we're thankful, man, for the Zips fans that showed up, and they were loud and impactful, and it was great to have them in there and be a part of it.
I'll tell you what, Kent gets off to a great start. They lead Akron 10-3. You call a timeout, Coach, kind of settled things down, but boy, they got off to a really quick start on us.
They did, and I thought we got great shots early. We just didn't make them, and then we had some defensive lapses that led to their 11. They made a couple threes. You see Ali making a big one there on an action we run. But, yeah, no, it was a war there early, right? I mean, you know, punch for punch, both teams going at it. I thought our guys' defense is what really we turned defense into offense, Joe, and that we were able to create some turnovers. Here you see X putting his body in a play. Our guys were really physical throughout the tournament. I thought we're super physical in the championship game.
We take the lead 18-16, Coach, about 7.5 minutes ago in the first half. Castaneda steal and 2, and we increased that lead from 2 to 5 to 6 to 9 at the half. So after being down early, we had great composure and come back and play well.
We did. We've had that all year, Joe. It's been one of the really, advantageous characteristics of this team. It's been that way from the very beginning. These guys just kind of keep playing. They don't get caught up in, I called it the noise and distractions earlier. They just hoop, So real strength for us in that regard. Great poise and composure, and we're going to need that certainly moving forward.
Yeah. Tip your hat to Sincere Carey, Coach. He had played unbelievable against us in the first 2 games, but we handled him pretty well, at least in the first half.
Yeah, we did. We tried to double him more. He's such a good player,
Yep.
Obviously MAC Player of the Year, and just tried to make sure that he saw bodies, whether we were covering him in a single coverage or whether we were doubling him. Obviously, we're sending a second body at him, but even in single coverage, we had gaps to the right and to the left of him and really tried to shrink the floor and make it hard on him.
Yeah.
And I thought Castaneda as a primary defender on him was
did a great
unbelievable.
Job. Yeah.
One of the best defensive performances I've seen in a game like that in my career.
I think Castaneda ended up with 5 steals in that game, so tremendous ball game. Zips up 9 at the half, 34-25, but Kent's not going away. Good run to start the second half.
Yeah, they started out just like the Toledo game.
Yeah.
The start of the second half, made a run at us, and we just kind of kept swinging. Again, I've talked about it now numerous times in the show today, like our ability just to keep playing.
14:57 left in the game, Coach. We're up by 7. Back-to-back 3-pointers by Clark and Castaneda, and then things really start going well for us.
Yeah, no question. Freeman had some great finishes late in the game. I thought we handled the press really well, attacked it at the back, got some dunks, and got some good shots. But we clearly played off of our defense throughout the whole tournament. Obviously we had good offense. We made good individual plays. Thought our execution was pretty good, and we played really selflessly on offense. But defending the way that we did at such a high level is ultimately, I think, what allowed us to win the championship.
Lead for Akron went from 13 to 17, back to 13 and then 14. You finally win it, Coach, by 20, but they really made no serious run in the second half. A couple of hoops now and then, but I thought we were in complete control going down the stretch.
Yeah, we really were. Obviously kind of just kept playing. You see another steal, another deflection, just really active defensively. Then guys did a great job of feeding Freeman the ball and understanding how he was being played in the post, and did a nice job of making sure that we got played inside out.
Coach, you made a great point, too. You got Enrique Freeman, Garvin Clark, probably going to that arena as young kids watching the Cavs play. Here they are as college players winning the championship.
Yeah.
That'd be special for those two guys.
No question about it. Obviously just really special for all of us, but obviously when you're from there, there's a little extra meaning to it. Happy for both those guys.
I'll tell you what, there is the dunk by Freeman, and Ali will put the icing on the cake with a deep 3 from the corner. And Zip fans, Coach, are literally going crazy up there right now with a 20-point win over the arch rivals.
Yeah, it was fun. And we heard them, throughout the entire tournament. It was great. We just appreciate Zips Nation, and we're looking forward there. You see, my son got somehow by security and was able to hug me while I'm shaking Coach Senderoff's hand. But it was great. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It's hard to do what we just did, and I hope all of Zips Nation and everybody that's involved, I've been encouraging everybody to enjoy the moment.
Exactly. 20-point win over Kent State. That was a lot of fun. We're going to take a break, come back, and talk about some of the key players all through that tournament right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we did not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
Even if this is the three-point line, and this is the hoop, if this is home ice, and this is sticking the landing, Kids will find a way to keep playing the sports they love, and we'll keep helping them. After an injury, Akron Children's is dedicated to getting your child back to the game as quickly and safely as possible, however they play it. Learn more at akronchildrens.org/sports.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Basketball Weekly. And Coach, I know you are a great historian for college basketball. I am too, and I can always remember some of the great teams in college basketball having kind of nicknames. There was the Fab Five from Michigan. There was Rups Runts from Kentucky. I'm waiting now for the Magnificent Seven music. How about the Zips? You like that? The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, except we're going to need 8.
Exactly.
Yeah, but, 8 is enough.
8's enough.
We like that.
There you go.
So, no, obviously, usually in this segment, Joe, we recognize Player of the Week, Player on the Rise, but I thought it would be more appropriate, sponsored, obviously, by the Wentz Financial Group, to recognize our 3 all-conference players and what they did during the regular season. Ironically, are the same 3 guys that were recognized as all MAC tournament players. Yeah. And then one of those 3, and I'll let you tell them who it is, was actually the MVP of the conference tournament. So we've created a lot of suspense right now. I'm going to let you go ahead and open the envelope.
It was interesting you would say that, because on the radio side, we were trying to guess who the MVP would be, and I said it's going to come down to Castaneda or Freeman, and they went with Freeman.
They did, and they could have went either way.
Yeah.
In fact, my son and I actually, driving in here today, were talking about that and how well X played at both ends of the floor. You mentioned the 5 steals, his defense on carry during the championship, but Castaneda was honorable mention All-MAC.
Yep.
I'm biased, but thought he should have been higher, obviously, and you can't vote for your own players. And just means a lot to our team at both ends of the floor. I think he's become more of a verbal leader, Joe, and really playing at a high level, made big shots and had big defensive steals and deflections for us throughout the tournament. And then, of course, Ali was second team All-League. And, of course, I'm biased again, but I thought he should have been first. But there's a lot of good players.
Oh, yeah.
I certainly have respect for those guys. But it was great. Obviously, he's our leading scorer in league play and just continues to grow by leaps and bounds. And the thing about him is he can pass and make guys better while also scoring at all 3 levels.
Right.
And then defensively at 6'8", we put him on Ryan Rollins in the semifinal, and he bothered him. So he really did a good job at both ends of the floor as well. And then what else can you say about Freeman, who this morning we found out is #1 in the nation in field goal percentage?
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Of all the players in college basketball, #1 in the nation in field goal percentage. And several categories, he's top 16, but he was second team All-League, and I thought he was a no-brainer for first team All-League, and I think that kind of inspired him to play at an even higher level in Cleveland, which was great, and certainly earned his MVP, MAC tournament MVP honor.
The one thing I noticed, Coach, when they were announcing the all-tournament team and the MVP, all your players were clapping.
Yeah.
That's a team effort.
Awesome?
They were excited for these guys.
Same way when we score. Same way when we get stops.
Yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy came to speak one time at a clinic that we put on, and he told our guys, he said, one of the signs of a connected team is when you see pure excitement that's for other people other than yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got going on with our team right now. When someone wins an award, when someone experiences success, our guys genuinely are happy for them. And, that's pretty special. It's pretty neat.
Exactly. Well, I think I speak on behalf of all University of Akron basketball fans in saying thanks to you, Coach, thanks to the team for giving us some unexpected and really appreciated moments this year, and hopefully the best is yet to come.
Yeah, my response would be thank you. Everybody, yourself included, the crew in here, and I mentioned some of the other people earlier, but it takes a village to do it. It's a great place to be, and I love what we're doing and what we've been building. And just very thankful for everybody that's involved.
Thanks for watching. Always remember, go Zips.
Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce. Investment management for your lifetime. Brought to you by Akron Children's Hospital and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Thanks for watching, and go Zips!
This has been a presentation from Learfield,